Hey guys, you're watching One and Only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Cruise Ship. The hardest part is now over. The height is now nailed. The width is now nailed. Everything apart from the sort of length, which we're not really that worried about. It's easy to extend and shorten something. But the hardest part is now completely finished, which means we can now focus on the aesthetics and the design behind our cruise ship now. Let's fill that back in. I'm going to leave those there for reference for the moment. I got some more cruise ships, some different ones this time up. We're sort of mixing in loads of different sort of types of cruise ship in there. But today I want to try and get sort of where our what are they, lifeboats gonna go? Lifeboats, whatever you want to call them. So we want the start of it to be a little bit further back from the front. If we say this is like the giant windscreen, the multiple level of windscreens that we have here, we want to come back quite a fair way. I should probably really be counting out some numbers, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's drag this along here. I'm gonna drag this along here a little bit. Okay, something like that. And I think I probably want, for depth-wise, I probably want to have the windows on a block even further back than that. So I'm going to drag another line out down here. Okay, like this. And then what we're going to do is the windows are going to go on that back block. Probably 2 by 2... sounds about right. Well, these are 3 block size, so maybe we can even get away with 3 by 3 windows. Let's put in some blocks here, and let's go with a 3 by 3 window for the moment. We want fairly big windows in here, don't we? So we can have one window there, then another window there, and I'm hoping that we can get another window directly on top of that. Now, to keep it in line with these windows that we've already done on the front, we want to have 3 blocks between them, which sort of sounds like a good number, to be fair. Sticking with the sort of 3s. And then fill this in like that. Whoops. There's no point in having windows up against this sort of smaller section, is there? We didn't want those grey blocks there anyway. These can now be sort of doubled up to be a little bit of a thicker line that goes down, a little bit more structural. Same as that one there. And then the windows can start. So this is a sort of level that the windows are going to be on. I don't know if I want this block down here like this. Well, this block's definitely got to be here, but I don't know about the one above. I don't know if we should have that one above there, or if we should remove it entirely. If we remove it entirely, the window sort of sits up a little bit. We could even add those down there if we wanted to. No, I don't like that. I sort of like that better. And then have the windows go along. I think that's a pretty good start, at least. We also want to add some blacks and some greys into this as well. And I think what we're going to do for that is let's grab, like a cyan clay is sort of like a grey to me. It's not really a cyan colour. But having that down the side, again, breaks up the sort of breaks up the windows and gives this sort of in section and out section and in section. That's the sort of pattern that you want to get, that sort of wavy look on the side. I think 2 windows is probably good for the majority of the ship, and then we'll have like a 3rd level, potentially a 4th and a 5th, even a 6th level slightly later on up. But what we want to do is let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, between 6 and 8 windows. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the lifeboats are going to start. So I'm going to give us a little bit of room between that window. I'm going to say just 2 blocks, I think. A little bit more room than what we'd usually have. And then that's going to go straight up there. This is going to be where the lifeboats are going to begin. So we want to remove a section of wall here, and we want to bring this down here instead. I might even add a block there. Not for the minute. Now, the lifeboats are going to be in here, so we want to have this on a level where the top of the... There's going to be 2 layers. One down here, one up there. And then this line, which is going to be removed, is sort of going to be the invisible middle. So, do we have to build a lifeboat in order to find out the size. Probably. Let's grab some orange. Probably wool. Ooh, capital orange. Let's take caps lock off. There we go. Yeah, wool will be better. It sort of has that, I don't know, that sort of texture of a lifeboat. And we probably want it to be a minimum of 3 blocks. Ooh. Clear. A minimum of 3 blocks. But 5 blocks would be like a better number, I feel. I'm going to do it like that. Okay, so that's the front of the boat. I should probably be doing this a layer up, though. I'll do it a layer up. Take this layer below away. You'll see why in a minute. A little bit of thinking required for this one. And then we need to get the length of the boat right as well. Now, we don't want this to be too short, but we don't want it to be too long either. In fact, we might as well do them round. Do them like the same on either side. That looks about right. I'm actually really, really pleased with that. So now what we can do is sort of fill in the middle, the bottom here. Like this. Oops. I think that's how I done it on both sides, isn't it? That should be symmetrical. Yeah, perfect. So we want a number of these. Some of them have like 6 on either side. Some of them have 8. Some of them have more. I'm sure there's probably even more hidden behind there. There must be a safety number that they need to hit, and it can't be 12, like 6 on either side. I'm sure that there's some hidden behind, but I don't really know. So what we need to do is, how many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's recount, just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 between each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 between each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Add 1. So that would give us 6 on either side. I think I want to add another one, and I think we're getting more and more towards the fact that this is going to have to be extended a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so we'll have 4 along there, and there'll be another 4 on top, probably like a little bit further back as well, like maybe 1 or 2 blocks further back or something like that. These lines aren't going to be there. They're just there to sort of count where the lifeboats are going to be between. But this one can come up here, like that. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 above it. We have some windows below it on the bottom deck, which is what those are signifying. And I tell you something, I think we were bang on. We might have even been 1 block too low. Maybe about right. I think it's about right. At our early guess, was it last episode? So now these windows can start going on. We can have this coming along the top here. Ooh. Like that. Put these ones in here. See how quickly this is all coming together. It's taken us 2 episodes to do that front, and then already we're working out the majority of the rest of the build. We can speed this up a little bit. From there to there. Set snow block. And then we want all the way along here. This is our second window level, isn't it? Yeah. So along here. These ones don't have any balconies. We'll probably do some balcony rooms towards the back. These are going to be just sort of windows. You might be able to open them up, I suppose. Who knows? It's up to your imagination, isn't it? And then this will run down the front here. Oops. Yeah, this grey is just going to set the boat off a little bit. The boat's very white in general, so having these sort of greys and blacks, the helipad, for example, and stuff like that, just really adds that little bit more to it. I'm thinking about adding another grey line, but I'm really torn between it. I don't know if I should or not. I'm also thinking about adding a 3rd layer of windows. No, I'm not going to add a 3rd layer of windows. What we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, hang on, that one's bigger than it should be. There we go. I'm going to copy and paste this a few times. Let's grab like 3 of the windows. I'm going to stand here. Got to make sure I'm on the right one. Yeah, I'm on the right one. And let's just see if there's a comfortable amount that we like to go lengthways with it. Oops. If I can spell paste, it would help a lot. So we'll just come along. Oops, I fell off the edge. Get back on the edge. Where am I? I'm back on. We probably want to go all the way over at least the lifeboats that we've got. Maybe even a little bit towards the end. I'm going to say like maybe 8 blocks over the 8 windows over the end. 1, 2, 3. No, maybe 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 6, 7, 8. This will be 9, 10, 11. I'm going to add 1 more because I want to. 12. You know what? I don't know if we do need to extend it. It might be about the length that we want. If 12 is the sort of right number of windows that we want going along there. So yeah, that's the sort of one set of windows, one type of cabin that we want on the side. Then we're going to have another one. The one above is maybe going to have larger windows. So let's go up again. We don't need to worry about it being the same height window, or do we? We can have a thin one. Yeah, okay. We'll keep them the same height as whatever the blue is. We've done it so far, so why not continue that sort of design on? Grey, or we could have white, grey, white, and then the window. That sounds pretty good to me. So then these windows we want to be 2x2s along here. So 2x2 window goes in here, and there's going to be more of them. Well, maybe they should be longer instead. Maybe we can do them the width of 2 of the windows below, and then the numbers all still look the same. The windows still look like they line up. They're just bigger though. Even 2x3s could work. If we'd done 2x3s, they would then, completely be in line. But it would look a little bit weird. Now, I sort of like the idea of having bigger windows on that level. So yeah, let me do that all the way along, and I should be back for the next set of windows, okay? We're going to do some jump cuts this episode now. Okay, so that goes all the way along. There's just an extra window on the end, but those might be extended. Yeah, we don't 100% know. The next level, though, is a 4-block high window. This is the big windows, maybe the sort of penthouse ones that will have their own little balconies on them as well. So let's sort of work out. We want them to be either 3 blocks or 6 blocks wide. And I think what we'll probably do is we'll go back to the 3-block wide. So they'll be up here like this. 1, 2, 3. But there'll be tall windows. There'll be 3x4 high windows going along. We do not, though, want it starting here. We want it starting roughly here somewhere. Probably off this line here. Sort of come up. We want to come 3 blocks off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we want the windows starting here. We want this part to be completely blank of white. Set snow blocks. Because we want this sort of, where this windscreen is, I want this sort of to flow around and have a cool design. I don't know, maybe with some colour, maybe not. Little bit torn between it yet. And then we can have another grey line going between it. Maybe even a grey and another colour, like a red or a blue or something like that. Like have a red underneath it. Red and grey go really well together. So that could work superbly. And then, again, continue this pattern all the way along. So I'm going to do that on this level, and I shall be back again. Say, get prepared for some jump cuts. I really want to get this moving really, really fast, okay? Okay, there's the 3rd level of windows in, but we did say we wanted just little balconies, just sticking out, something that adds that little bit of detail. And I think we're actually going to use my least favourite. Oh no, we've got rid of birch. We don't have it. I thought we might be able to use my least favorite wood, which is birch, but I changed it. I changed it to a stone texture because obviously we're here on the city world, aren't we? So what other sort of sandstone sort of has something similar? I got black. Well, I got full blocks of birch. Oops, is that good enough? Yeah, no, that should work. If we said, let's do like a section of that many windows, 2 windows, and then we go out again, and then we dropped it in. Yeah, and then glass panes, or iron bars. No, iron bars would be better. Iron bars. Oops. Around like this. What I might do is I might change this end block to quartz stairs though. So this one under here. So it's like this instead. Oops. Oh yeah, apart from that probably isn't correct. We shall figure that out in a minute. That one. That one. That one. Because they don't have to be big balconies. You don't want big. Oops. You don't want big balconies on here. That wouldn't make any sense. So we want this one, that one, and then fold that last one around. This middle one here should be a full block of quartz or black. It's really weird to see black wool and then have birch would come up. Confuses a lot of you, I bet. Yeah, that'll be perfect. And then have that going down the side there, just as a little balcony. You can put like a little, I don't know, little table on there or little chairs, you know, something along those lines going along there. Now, we only have this one level left to do, and I don't think that I actually want to have windows going along here. Otherwise, we're going to have a very flat top, unless I add more levels. I could add more. I'm looking at some here. There's so many different levels. You've got some with like 5 floors, some with 7, some with 9, some with even more. No more levels. That's going to be it for the... I might do levels higher up above, but for the moment, I think what I want to do is start thinking about a design on the top here. So let's drag this line out here, this block right here. Oh, not with that one. With snow. And I want to drag this out probably to like, I don't know, 6 windows in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows in. Yeah, that sort of is about right. I'm looking at reference pictures just to looking at so many different designs of boats that there are. And I think we're sort of getting something that I'm really happy with. Oh, wrong level. We want to block too far out. This one along here. Now, how far out? Well, it's not going to matter because it's going to continue on anyway. But yeah, we want something like that. Then I want a diagonal. I want something that looks like this. This is all aesthetic design features now. This is nothing practical. This is just purely for the looks of the boat. Probably want to thicken that up a little bit. Something like that, you see. Just something designy, something pretty cool. This is probably going to be a lot of black colour in here. We'll have this along here to give a little bit more depth. Come on, along here. And not grey either. I think we're actually going to go with black. Possibly. Not 100% sure. No, I never am 100% sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to take out that window and this one. And have this go up there instead. We also don't want to have these. We want to sort of thicken this up and maybe even have it going to a straight line. Add that little block there and there. I sort of like that as a little design. Maybe even continue that back a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Maybe add one more there. Yeah, no, I like that. And then we want the same thing up above. I might take that in. We'll see what that looks like. I took away 2 blocks then. Shame that there's nothing really on the map yet. You know, we can start to see little one little boat, but there's not really much there at all, is there? Let's have this going up the side here. Pretty thin, just like one layer block thin level. No, that one's got to be. That doesn't look right, does it? We'll have that one like that. And then black. Have we got anything black? That's like super, super black. Black stained clay. I changed it to being super, super, super black for the city world, you see. It's like light-suckingly black, isn't it? It's a good black, though. That's what black stained clay should be like. It shouldn't be a sort of brown texture that it is by default. It should be black. I might put some windows in here. Might put some red clay as a little bit of colour. I don't know. I just think that the black will make it look very, very modern. And that's the sort of goal that I'm sort of aiming for. Is a very modern looking... I thought I missed one. Very modern looking cruise ship. So we'll drag this back here. Oops. And that one. Let's see what this looks like from the other side now. Oh, I missed one block. It's tough with these so they're so black, these blocks are, that you can hardly see where you're placing them. Yeah, that looks cool. Just little design, and that'll sort of continue on down the middle. There'll be a section that goes up diagonally and then up diagonally that way. So it'll be sort of leaning that way. The middle one will be leaning out towards each other, and then both leaning to the right for that final one. Did I miss a block on there as well? Looks like I did. Missed a block on that. Silly me. Okay, now I want to sort of hopefully tidy up this a little bit. There's all sorts of different ways that you can do it. I think we're going to have to remove this window. Oops, with snow. This is going to be the final thing, because I know that we're probably over time here. But I want to sort of hide this up like this. And then pretty much take away these end blue ones that we don't want. Replace them with white to go around the side there. And it pretty much just filling it in for the moment. Then we think about colours and stuff afterwards. You just sort of block colour it for the moment. Block white it. Oops. I hate it when it flashes. You're just too far away. When it flashes, it places it, but it says, no, you're too far away. It's like, well, no, I'm not, because you placed it. Why delete after I placed it? You obviously can place it there. But it just likes to argue with you, like everything. The shut drawer, when you open it up because something's in there, it always catches on the slightest little thing, especially when you're in a rush and you catch your finger on it. All to get out one little tiny inanimate object, and everything always fights. Is it just me that everything fights against? It can't be. I hope not. Okay, that's looking cool. It's looking very clunky though, isn't it? That's a very clunky section. That definitely needs to be helped out a little bit. And I think we can help it out by doing this. Like this. And this. See, already that sort of helps that clunkiness go away just by having that line going down there. I might even continue that line up to that white here. Let's just see what that looks like. Something to there. Maybe even put colour in between it. No, let's fill it with white for the moment. I say, the greys and stuff will really help on. A little bit of grey, a little bit of red here and there will really help it. You don't want to overdo it. Okay, I like it, but I don't like it above the window. And I don't like it to there. So we're going to sort of drop it back a little bit. And I'm going to streamline this a little bit more. Like that. So it sort of looks like it's sort of going away to a sort of point. Now, I think that looks a little bit cooler. We can even sort of hide this part in so it doesn't continue on with that same line by adding a few more like this. Yeah, see how that sort of looks like it's all fading away from each other now? I think that looks pretty nice. I'm going to hide this up a little bit more by taking this away and that away. and then taking those 4. Now it looks a little bit more rounder. That one, and that one. No, I like that one there. Now it looks a little bit more rounder. It doesn't look as blocky as square now. That looks an awful lot better. That's an awful lot of work done, though. We are at the end of the episode, I'm afraid, guys. Shall continue on next time. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode.